Unlikely at Complex Con here in Las Vegas. Of course, the home of WrestleMania 41. Tickets on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. Thankful to be joined by an absolute legend, WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio. Rey, let's get straight to it because you've been the man of the city. You've been to a lot of events, Raiders games, UFC events, and that's what I want to ask you. You were at UFC Noche at the Sphere. A lot of people want to see a WWE event inside that building. Talk to me about the logistics, because obviously it's weird because it's like a theater because all the seats are in front of you. It's not full. You got the huge ass screen. Talk to me about how you think that would play out.
So when I heard that Dana had picked that place out and it was a one night show that only, like that was it, just a one time and then gone. When I walked into that place on UFC Noche, I was like, wow. And the first thing I imagined was a WWE event here. So the logistics is definitely, it's you can make it work. There's no way you won't make it work.
Yeah.
It's like Dana made it work. So I'm really hoping that one day we put on a Raw, a SmackDown, or whatever WWE wants to put in there. I think it's worth it, most definitely.
The place is absolutely awe-inspiring, and you're talking about crazy events and crazy fans. I know you've been very public about we need a PLE in Mexico City, wherever in the country. I was lucky enough to go back. I'm a Puerto Rican.
Okay.
Get to go back to Puerto Rico for Backlash. Of course, Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. That moment when you talk about WWE and when you talk about Latinos was such an incredible night. Being there not only for Backlash, but the SmackDown the night before, my ears popped like 5 times.
Yeah.
When you talk about crazy environments, because you've been in all of them, talk to me about that environment and that crowd.
Historical. You know, I've had the opportunity to wrestle Puerto Rico before I signed with WWE in 2002. I went there from 2001, maybe 6-8 months. So I've always heard stories about Puerto Rico, but I had never gone. So
A little hardcore, but we loud.
I love it. It's very Mexican style. You know, Mexicans love their lucha libre. So same thing happened this last time that we did Friday Night SmackDown, one night before the pay-per-view. And it was just historical for me because I not only represented the Latinos, but the fact that I was in there against my son as well. And that was a great reaction.
No, I mean, Carlito came out, you would have thought it was Stone Cold.
Yeah.
2 questions to get you out of here. You've been public on Instagram, the stem cell therapy, and how it's kind of helped you, revitalized you. My man, no disrespect to Mike Tyson, but you've kept your step. No disrespect to the legend. Can you talk to me about how that's helped you in your career to keep it going?
Incredibly. It's thanks to stem cell and modern medicine, you know, all the little gadgets that are out there like cold plunge, infrared sauna, you know, Hyperice, Normatec, all of those things that played a big factor in me being able to still continue still. Obviously, stem cells is the majority factor, and that has kind of slowed down the time for me. So I'm aging a little bit slower than normal.
How many masks do you have in your house right now?
I've lost connection. I've lost the connection, man. It's crazy. So I probably have to match my mask with my wife's purses. Just imagine that.
Okay, so that's a whole separate house for all of them. And we'll close out with this. Obviously, last week was the anniversary of Eddie Guerrero. May he rest in power. And obviously, your guys' history is incredible, and there's a lot of moments. WrestleMania 19, was it 19 or 21? The
21,
one in LA.
21.
Los Angeles, the Staples Center. The unique situation of not only opening WrestleMania, but you guys were tag team champs at the time. And again, opening up is just as important as closing it out. Talk to me about that thought process and how happy you were with that match.
Incredibly thankful for the opportunity. Incredibly thankful with Eddie presenting that opportunity, because that is what kicked off our rivalry with Dominic eventually coming into the picture. But I've always said that the first match of the night is kind of what kicks off the pace for the whole night. Eddie and I had a banger that night. I enjoyed it very much. It's one of those that stays dear and close to my heart. So it was a different level, man. I loved Eddie so much, and I enjoyed being in the ring with him, and I learned so much every single time I had the opportunity to step in there with him.
It's absolutely beautiful. You're here at Complex Con. A lot of people want to talk to you. I know you live here in Vegas. We'll get you in the studio soon enough, but we will see you April 19th and 20th, WrestleMania 41. Tickets on sale, Ticketmaster. Rey, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for the time, brother. Thank you.
Much appreciated. Thank you.